My life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Yeah, I got some blackout curtains. There's some lighting all around. Good morning. Good morning. Let me cut this light on. Okay. I'm gonna start talking in a minute. Whew. Face my feelings. Where's the other place? This one. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. They hate when I tell my stories in the dark. First, they didn't used to say nothing. And they like, girl, do it in the light. There'll be no misunderstanding about what I'm saying, you know. But let me get to it. And the reason why I'm saying this, and I've been telling you about wrapping up all these crimes, how I told you all who put a hit out on me in a couple of times, and all these the same people that I'm telling you about. The other video I told you about the woman that be with a Morion, the singer Morion. I told you I met her too, doing my kidnapping. And guess who else was with us? Barry Gordon, the Smokey Robinsons, and her. When I first met her, Smokey Robinson was saying that they ain't they sister. First of all, she mixed. They not. And I knew who Smokey Robinson daddy was. Everybody. I'm telling you. I was meaning everybody that was doing wrong. You people done killed my mom and them and trying to be my friend. But I had to go ahead and I was not going to open back up business for Motown. But I had to do it because I had to. My daddy already had their names and stuff. I'm like, what more y'all trying to get? The banks and I'm like, what more is they trying to get a fish for? I always been up on mine. I'm like, the banks, the lawyer, so everybody already got those people information. Talking about other people keep showing up, doing this, doing. I'm talking these people put a lot of responsibility on me. Yes, they did. But that was the truth. That was what was going on. You know? What the hell? No. That's what was going on. You know? So let's get to it. More people I met. I got a son by this dude they call Blue. Okay? Like, you know, it's Blueface, all this other stuff. I even showed y'all which one my baby. The skinniest one. That's my son. That's my baby. That's why I call him Baby Blue. So when I met them, I'm all over everybody's house. You hear me? And they mama tried to kill me. Oh yeah, before I met Blue now, she was always with Smokey. Blue now mama was being with Smokey Robinson, uh Mike Ducci now mama, Evelyn, and a whole bunch of other women. Yeah, they was doing all type stuff towards me. And see, Evelyn, while she was doing stuff, she never knew how old I was for real. They thinking I'm some little naive 5-year-old or something. I'm taking knowledge in. And I told you all one day, me and my mama went to the pharmacy. I told you like little stuff that happened. They thought my mama name was Shonda. They were like, ooh, Shonda this, Shonda that, and hey, Shonda. And my mom's like, hush, people don't know us, you know. Because when she went to the pharmacy, she say, picking up medicine for Shonda Williams. Yep, and sometimes my mama had me in a stroller. Because I used to be tired sometimes. So she be like, girl, you're walking too slow today, you know. But she, you know, hey, I'm right there with her. Let me get to it. So Blue Mama got a sister that resemble her. Okay. Blue Mama like around Smokey Robinson age and all this. And then as time went on, I told you Blue Mama was locked up in a co-ed prison in the state of Illinois. And how I seen her, because Smokey was up there, Blue was there when I got there. I was going to see this inmate named Christopher Anthony. He was there. It was co-ed. Okay, so when I see him, he said, you know them? Because we talking about, you know, little stuff. I said, yeah, I know them. I said, well, like, y'all didn't like she was in jail, huh? She was in prison, huh? And the other sister kept ending up sick all the time. I didn't know where she was at or anything like that. You know, like I said, won't God make it possible that you see these people again that did you wrong? It was meant for me to see her. I didn't know exactly where Blue Leon was going because he left the house. He said he was going to see his mama. He said she locked up for real. And Smokey Robinson came and got her. Because Smokey Robinson was married to his mama. That woman, and you see him on the picture, that light-skinned woman, that's Blue Leon mama. That's Blue Mama. And I showed y'all, I don't know how long ago, but I showed y'all the picture of Blue Daddy. He looked just like his daddy. So anyway, him and Smokey Robinson was friends. So anyway, let me go cut to the chase. So one particular evening, I'm with them, Evelyn, they up here trying to give me seafood. I'm allergic to crustaceans. I can't eat seafood. Don't give me no shrimp, lobster, crab, none of that stuff. So they up here trying to just see what we gonna do and doing all this stuff. All the time when certain people ever had me around certain people, she kept telling everybody she was my grandmama, all this stuff, and I'm just looking at her. One of my grandmama. Oh, I've been knowing your grandmama so long, girl. I ain't seen you in a couple of years. When you was a baby, I'm like, I ain't been a baby in so long. So my mom and dad told me, well, you gotta listen sometimes. Before you even make it, and sometimes just don't say nothing. That's what my mama taught me. That's how you be safe. You know that song I made? So, anyway, her and Smokey was sitting up there in the kitchen arguing. And Smokey, like, she telling Smokey, what you gonna do with that girl? You need to go. She kept telling Smokey to go and kill me. Smokey put his hand over my mouth and something on my face. I wasn't dead. I just went on and fell along with it. Okay, trying not to breathe or whatever. Or she'll be gone in a minute. They buried me in the backyard. Oh, yes, they did. Buried me in the backyard when I told y'all that. Oh, yes, they did. Mm-hmm. I'm getting up off the dirt. I waited a while. He even had put flowers over it. Mm-hmm. And some man grabbed me the rest of the way. Yep. He sure did. I don't know who that man was. He said, shh, be quiet. He said, I heard their asses. He said, you gonna be all right. Okay. I said, yeah, I got myself up out the dirt. You know. So he told me to be quiet. He was already on the smoking them. I do not know who that man was. Mm-hmm. So we in the backyard. The man go over there to where Smokey buried me at, put the dirt back and put the flowers back on top. Smokey thought I was dead, for real. Uh-huh. And then the man, we went in there. He opened up the door. The man, he say, thought she was dead, huh? I do not know who that man was. I do not know. And the man say, police on their way. They looking for you anyway, Smokey. What y'all doing? What y'all doing with this girl? I told you I kept ending up with Smokey now. Always waking up different places. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, when I first met Blue, that was telling Blue to kill me though. And I'm tying Blue butt up. He trying to fight me, not fight me. Freak, I ain't gonna fight you for real. You a girl. And this and that. We fighting all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And his mama came to me. So why I gotta fight a girl all the time, mama? This she ain't did nothing to me. Mm-hmm. She ain't saying nothing but going her room with all those men. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's when Smokey had started having his daughters around. Mm-hmm. The one Krishan Rock and all them. She had a sister. Krishan Rock killed her own sister. She was a, yeah. Frankie, her own daddy told her to do that. The courts know it in Illinois. That's what I'm saying. And Smokey gave her $150 or something and told her to do it. Yeah, it was on record. Her little sister looked just like me. She used to be around me. I see Krishan when they called Krishan Rock. She wasn't around. I don't know who the hell she was. I don't know who she was living with. I do not know. But one time, every time she come around, she'd have an attitude with her little sister. But then she had stopped and acting real nice and everything. Mm-hmm. Kyra, my daughter Kyra, and Krishan Rockler's sister trying, they go into the store, all this stuff. So I'm like, wonder where the hell they don't walk to. My baby come running up, mama. She killed her sister. She dead over there in that building. Call the police, mama. She dead. I tried to get her up. She can't walk or nothing, mama. Mm-hmm. Yep, and the police is like, he wild. He Smokey Robinson didn't care. Mm-hmm. Yep. They had made it all the way downtown East St. Louis. They had them walk down there by the Spivey building. That was a child wanted her daddy's love so bad. I mean, I hadn't seen her in a while, and I finally seen her. And she gonna get all mad at me, trying to fight me. Hold up, girl, you better go. I don't even know who your mama is. And Smokey other son, the one lived down here in Florida, he don't know. He like that. He asked her, you know. Yeah, she swung and I smacked her one time and knocked her out. Girl, I don't know what's wrong with you. I ain't your problem. And everybody kept asking her why she was so mad. I ain't saying no telling what Smokey done told that trouble mind girl. And then she got kids by her daddy. That girl messed up in the head. You know? Then we was living on my other street over on the bounce and my kids taking out the trash. Krishan Rock riding with this dude in the truck that lived down the street from me. I'm just speaking about what's going on. It already happened. These crimes had already happened. The dude I seen him driving real fast, heading towards where the trash was at. You know, the trash is already on the curb for the people to come the next day. You know how you put out the trash and the recycle bin? And He came like close to, so I grabbed him by his neck and yanked him on his pickup truck. Before he knew it, he was in my face. I yanked him. When he in my face, I said, yeah, that's how I do it. And I beat him up. Let me check out this restriction and see what this say. He gonna try to blame Krishan for everything. Oh no, you's a grown man. Why in the world you trying to hit my little girls? You know? See, not only when I have my kid, when they take out the trash or something, I'll be right there with you. I'll be finna take it out. Oh, mom, we got it. We all gonna take it out together. You know? I'm glad I followed my first mind about that. Then she come back over there trying to the way the house sit, and when you park, you like parking up a hill. And I heard something hit the garage door. It's her. And I'm laughing my butt off, me and my kid. Not only when she did it, like them cars like them cars be doing in the circus. When you hit something, it'll tumble over the car. That car was going like this, back in the street. And it landed back on his four wheels. And she just kept doing it. I'm like, oh my God, this girl, is something wrong with her. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah. hmm Like I said, these people kept following me, trying to be in my life. But see, that's Bird fault. I got kids by this guy they call Bird. He was never my boyfriend or nothing, was my man, nothing, you know. And like I told you, I have never had an abortion in my life. I done miscarried before. That's about all. I ain't never gave nobody no money to get an abortion, you know. But all this stuff, followed me. And last but not least, you go Smokey Robinson again. Remember, I told you all when somebody they broke in our house and all that, we moved in a different house. My dad had plenty of property. He had plenty of property in Michigan. And to make a long story short, when Smokey Robinson found out, well, because at first they went back to our other house we lived. They was like, "Oh, they ain't in here. Ain't nobody in here, man." They came in to start some trouble. But we had them move. They broke in the house with nobody in there. And I told you how they found out where we lived at. Because they had an idea Smokey Robinson knew. Because my daddy and Smokey Robinson was all right with each other. You know? But at the same time, they was on some bull crap called they supposed to been shaking. Not Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye. Ooh, wait, say get that right. My daddy and Marvin Gaye was all right with each other. When my daddy write music and all that stuff, Marvin Gaye be singing my daddy. Just like I write music well, my father he wrote music well too. So that's how they had the address. Now how Ace, Robert, which is Gene Simmons, and there and Paulie found out where we lived at, they was running game. Smokey knew the whole time what was going on. Smokey talking about, oh, they ain't gonna know where I live at, man. I moved and yeah, that dude. So where you moved to, man? Such and such, such and such, such and such. That was our new address. Remember how I told you all how Marvin Gaye came over there? After my daddy told him don't come over there. Mm-hmm. And how when all that stuff was going down, Marvin Gaye gonna tell me he could be my daddy? Tell me I could be your daddy now? Oh, hell, no, you're not my daddy. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. No, seriously. Seriously. How you gonna hate on somebody to make sure you be able to take care of yourself, keep a roof over your head and food in your mouth? Why y'all mad at my mom because she was pretty? She wouldn't have sex with everybody. And my daddy wouldn't have sex with a whole lot of different women and all that because that's what y'all was doing. you know. And it was obvious after my mom and dad died and my uncle Jimmy Ruffin showed up on the set, and they didn't know who he was. Diana Ross saw all them. Ooh, we hearing that changing now. Oh, he's so fine, Levi, and this, and that. Levi said, who you talking about? Levi go look. He said, man, that's my little boy. Man, what's up? But the way he showed. You see what I'm saying? Hmm. Told you how my great granny Ethel, all she was mad too. She went looking for Diana Ross now. I showed y'all the video on YouTube when they say Ethel Waters, and talking with Diana Ross. And how Diana Ross' sister, that's Diana Ross' sister Pebbles. Oh, this is my first time meeting her, and we and she was nervous. Oh, they was nervous, but Pebbles cooperated. Hmm. Yeah, she cooperated. Hmm. Hmm. Then the other sisters and all them, all Diana Ross and her sisters look like each other, just different heights, different sizes. Hmm. 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 So when everything broke down, like I said, and I'm talking to these lawyers and all that, and I'm like, nope, forget Motown. And even right now, to this day, every time I call, I said, didn't I tell y'all discontinue that phone number and shut that down? Because I'm finna have a bulldozer come through that house and all that. Motown ain't no good. My dad was just doing the right thing. And my mama, you know, that's all they was doing. And then Bob Marley's wife, she got killed too. See, Bob Marley's wife, my cousin Bob Marley, no, that's my auntie, my grandma's sister son. And he married that woman, but she Haitian. Ooh, her family wasn't no good. I'm talking about her sister had a lot to do with stuff too. Putting poison out there, like, but she got talking about, she got her a good man. My sister met Bob, all them doing good, and she said they be talking about Smokey all the time. And see, my daddy wouldn't get it today. He said, I don't hook people up with each other like that, or really, if you meet them, you meet them on your own. So happened when Smokey went to one of Bob Marley's shows. His wife, Ziggy, and their mama left the stage to go use the bathroom. They ain't never see her anymore. It had something to do with her sister and Ziggy. Ziggy making comments how he gonna have money now. Talking about, I'm gonna have money like Shonda. And that ain't how I got no money. I'm not happy my mama and daddy dead old crazy self. They got dog cousin Ziggy and my cousin Boo, which is mystical. Oh my God. I say, Ziggy, I had stuff anyway before they died. I know. But see, you got everything now. Then he shot Bob. Shot his daddy. Yeah, Bob gave him the worst whooping of his life. Beat the mess out of him. Yeah. Hmm. Yes, he did. But Bob didn't want to believe his wife was dead. All that other stuff going on, everybody telling her what happened, what they knew about when she went to the bathroom and all that. You know, you know. And he put stuff in the paper, saying he gonna go ahead and divorce her since it's been 10 years and you haven't came home yet. Which you can put stuff like that in the paper, especially missing people. Then the unedible hit him. You know. Yeah. Mm. The rest of the kids took it hard, but Ziggy crazy. He was doing what's the name was telling him to do. Of old Smokey Robinson. Hmm. Now Blue now. When their daddy had went to prison and all this other stuff. Which one is this? Uh, he ain't really do what Smokey said either. You know, he really do too much what Smokey would say. You know. hmm hmm Like I said, it was wild how Smokey kept leading everybody to me. And then Billy Cook, mama, Sam Cook's son Billy Cook, they was involved in it too. I'm like, how in the world y'all know where I live at? I'm talking about these people coming straight to my door on my property. I ain't got number one tenant. And I found out, a lot of this stuff was coming from David Ruffin now. hmm David Ruffin and Smokey Robinson. Uh, and uh and Evelyn. Evelyn. She's just an old traveling whore. And keeping up problems in my life. And she just kept getting caught up. hmm Where my kids at? You know? Freaky, where is our daughter at? You know? Because when she came up missing, whatever went down, Evelyn had something to do with it. And Capo and them brother and them know it too. Cause Freaky gonna tell one of the other little partners I know that he gonna use their address for when the life insurance policy check come, he'll give him some money. Ooh, he like, huh? I'm standing there finna go on and whoop Freaky. We was in New York. Capo brother grabbed me. He said, hold up. He said, well, that means she ain't dead then. He trying to do this and trying to do that. I got the support of New York City Police Department, Harlem Police Department. Everybody, we put flyers everywhere, everything, pictures of her. And guess who came to New York and tore that stuff down? Red Wilkerson, Pig Bird, Jimmy Jones. And they went to jail. Uh-huh. Uh, they don't play that stuff in New York. That's one thing I know. You had a child that's missing, it's on file and all that type stuff. Yeah, they give you permission to put up flyers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. On the subways, out, on the outer core, Yeah. And then also, I was on the news. I was in the church talking to the people about it, whatever. The church was packed. Yep. Mm-hmm. And freaky mom and daddy didn't seem too concerned. Here they go saying the same stuff other people were saying. Oh, she a pretty little girl. She'll be all right. You heard me. You heard me. She pretty. Freaky ain't bad looking. I said, I wonder how they really did you when you was little, because you look better than your mom and daddy. I don't know. Sound like what's the name, mom and daddy? Ronald Devo. But our twin boys. Where our boys at, Devo? His mama say, that is so handsome. They gonna be some big man. She said, who you some kin to for real? Mm-hmm. Uh, uh, mm-hmm. She say, how was your daddy, y'all? And I say, he was a big man, strong man. Mm-hmm. In shape. That's what I told her. Mm-mm. I said, no, he ain't lift no weights or nothing like that. He said, just exercise. I said, exercise with him. Uh, mm-hmm. Yeah. You know? I don't know why I'm putting this on. You know, but all this stuff happened for real. It all started in Michigan. And like I told you, when the police was looking for me and my grandmama and them really didn't know what was going on and all that other stuff, how did Evelyn, for one, show up to the police department talking about me and my mom and daddy death? They ain't even said nothing about my mom and daddy was dead. They was trying to figure out what went on and where everybody was at. Because they're police. They came in. I told you I was finna break in the bank. I'm like, I got some money, and so these people can get away from us. Because I was going to go in the bank and get $84,000. That's what they kept asking for. And that $84,000 thing started from Ace. I'm sorry, Casey of the Sunshine Band. Him and Betty, right? The one I showed you the picture of. And that other man told them, doggone well, Betty right. Betty ain't got no money. Casey ain't got no money. Don't no child exist that they talking about. Nobody loaned them nothing. Nobody gave them no $84,000. Who the world gave y'all some money? And then y'all lying on people, something they kidnapped y'all. But what the world people want your baby for? Why would they do that? Those are some other people. And they told the police that too. Yeah. Yeah. Then Betty Wright gonna try to snap back. That Betty Wright try to snap back. Talking about she made a mistake and bitch, hold up. My mom and daddy dead. What you talking about? Ain't no mistake to that. You went right along with that mess with KC. Y'all took some innocent people lives. Yeah. KC didn't try to call nothing off or nothing, but like I told you, they knew our new address because of Marvin Gaye. Because Marvin Gaye knew what we did at. And Smokey Robinson had got it and gave them the address. Yeah, them old Ozzy brothers was in on it the whole time. Oh, yeah. And Evelyn. Yeah, Sam Cook now. Yeah, you know. Oh, Billy Cook daddy. Then other people start showing up. Now some Billy pop up with a baby mama coming around or something. Her name Kim, and I ain't know them people. Here come the Emerson family. I ain't know them. Cause Billy Cook told me his girlfriend was gonna have his baby. She needs somewhere to go. They finna get their project, and they said they had to get the apartment together or something, which was true. And they was there. And I said, what made them just go into one of our apartments down the street anyway? Huh? And I look up, it's Billy Cook, baby mama, him, them Emersons, Chris Emerson, and Kendra, the sister, and all of them. So y'all been knowing each other. Then here come Lace, Kojak daddy. Here come Irvin Walker, his sister Diane. Come that woman, fat mama, who go the other man calling himself Tookie. Here come Tyrese now, the singer. You know he want the singer then. Here come everybody. Hold up. Hold up. And I started trying to get everybody. I got most of the people in federal court. I said, y'all go run. You ain't gonna run forever. Cause why in the world was y'all steady trying to follow me? Evelyn had to stole from a bank account. See, I don't wash, put hand sanitizer all over my tank top. All this stuff. Then Evelyn telling people I ain't got no family, and Evelyn didn't know what the hell she was talking about. In regards to the fact, what gives you the right to do me wrong? You know? Then here come the Fenoris with their mess. And then you befriended the wrong heifer. You know? You got to do right. You know? Mm-hmm. You know? Because when I went to the airport to meet my grandmama now, and Bob Marley and my cousin and the rest of our family, I mean, the whole airplane was deep, just our family from Jamaica. Everybody was getting off. Hey, you all right? You all right? I was finna leave. I told you all I was at work. Remember I told you when I was at court, they told me all my kids was dead, all this stuff. I'm like, Grape, I can't go through this no more. She said, here we come. Here we come. And Elvin and them had followed me to the airport. But see, Matt Rogers had already had a confrontation with my grandmama and other people too with Bob now. Because see, Bob came through and had whooped Smokey Robinson, beat him up. Smokey Robinson took off running. Mm-hmm. And like everybody say, why is everybody following up behind Smokey Robinson? Why is they taking up for him and all this stuff? What's the thing? What's the thing? Mm-hmm. Then Smokey Robinson knew this Haitian dude. This dude had a nerve to pour out like a hatchet, what I forgot the name. I can't think of nothing right now what the name of it is. And it cut my shirt. I said, oh, you serious? You think you finna? I almost finished him. Like I said, in my game, Mortal Kombat, them kids is outside. I took it from him. As soon as he cut me, he tried to swing again. I took it out of his hand. Hmm. Yeah, he might know how to swing, but he don't know martial arts like me. Hmm. It's more than just fighting to be fighting. You also gotta know how to fight to defend yourself. And I don't use what I know for evil. I know defense tactics, things to save. Hmm. And at the end, this will be what it is. Oh well. Because protecting yourself is somebody trying to make you out a victim, and you ain't did no wrong to them. You fight even harder. And it consistently remind me of my mom and daddy gone. I don't cry over that. I just, you know, there's some things you just can't let go. What in the world is wrong with this man? You know, and no cases are still open. It was never closed. Then these same people and their kids trying to do stuff to me like they people. I mean, just straight stupidity. Lionel Richie now, you know, I'm serious. This stuff real. Mm-mm. That's why I be telling people like, oh, that person sing good, they dance good. Yeah, let's be careful to whatever else they got going on in their life. Some people didn't make it up there at that ladder, and some people just you thought they had that claim to fame, and they really didn't. I'm telling you, yeah, the hype can be real. Hmm. You know, right? Especially when you wanted for a whole bunch of crimes. hmm You know, and the government need to figure out. The government has to figure out who you know, where you from, how you know this person. Like the investigation of Trinidad James, the one that called herself Beyonce and Jay Z. Aw, don't believe the hype. Yeah, she had shows and all that. All the music that she ever sung, that was my stuff. Everybody know my music when I see performing. That was my stuff. That's how everybody knew the words. I know I done heard that before. Yeah, that was my stuff. hmm See, I was already famous, and I thought I was in Word Up magazine and Right On magazine and on my BET network and a lot of stuff, local stuff. You know, doing the VP fair, the Veteran Affairs fair, and going different places. I'm down in the ATL. I'm coming down here to Florida. I'm going everywhere, kicking it too. All while being a businesswoman, still a minister. You know. hmm I kept getting sick, and I was going through all that. And my colleagues used to tell me, girl, go have some fun, clear your mind. Clear your mind. Stop working. Mm-hmm. I told them to quit working. Clear my mind. Excuse me. Because I found myself beating up everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I knew they was involved. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I kept saying to me, why in the world they bothering me? I ain't bothering you. I ain't studying you. Did not bring you in my life at all. I ain't bringing you in my life. You know? Oh, man. Didn't even ask you your name. You know? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, you know, you know, I dare y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna end this now. I just want to share that hey, they say all wells ends well, not all the time. You know. Mm. Now the other quote is, if you build it, they will come. See all them people always going to Dubai to my country, and all them people living there from different places, from different countries, because it was not a soul living there till I built it. Mm-hmm.